Hello, everyone. Welcome to an Entrepreneur's Business Guide for 2025. I'm Melissa from the Business Insight Center at the Rochester Central Library. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please remember to mute your microphones and enter any questions you have into the chat. They will be answered throughout the presentation. This presentation is being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube. If you have registered for the event, you will receive an email with the recording link and the presentation slides. And I would now like to introduce you to Chloe Anderson, Business Advisor for the SBDC.
Good morning, everyone. This is Chloe. Welcome to First Business Fridays. This is our February 2025 edition, and I will be discussing an Entrepreneur's Business Guide strategy calendar. Before we get into that, I want to talk to you about the Small Business Development Center. We are a part of SUNY Brockport. We are state government ran, and we are also sponsored by SBA, Small Business Administration, which is federal. If you are interested in our services, please go to the website that is on this screen and sign up for services. There's a tab that says schedule an appointment, put in all of your information. And if you're interested in working with me, put my name in the contact information or comment section. And if you don't, whoever you get, you're going to get someone amazing. So we work with people that are either looking to start up their business or to expand their business. We can help you with your LLC or how to get your DBA. We can give you some marketing tools. We also have 5 research network librarians who are in Albany, and we can do a research on your industry to help you compete with the competitors that you're working with. So please keep that in mind, and we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is an overview. The purpose of the session is to help entrepreneurs understand how strategically they are able to plan this year and how to use a calendar to do that. We want you to be able to stay focused on the goals, to maximize your resources, to adapt to market changes. So we're going to talk about staying organized, setting clear goals, maximizing efficiency through tools and resources, and tracking the progress so that you're able to adapt to changes in the market. So there is definitely a benefit of being organized as an entrepreneur. We basically know that time is money, so the quicker we're able to manage our time, the quicker we're able to build our business and get to the money. Staying organized is critical for entrepreneurs. It saves time and it increases productivity. So the first thing I want to encourage you all to do is to set SMART goals. SMART standing for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, breaking big goals into smaller milestones and helping to stay focused and motivated. So you want to have a specific goal, not just I want to get more customers this year, but how many customers do you want to get, and what is the rate that you want to do this increase. So if we're looking at a 12-month calendar and you're looking at 25 customers, we're going to estimate maybe 2 customers a month, or maybe your goal is going to be throughout the quarter. How many are you going to do every 3 months? You want to be able to break that down so that if you're at your second month and you're halfway there, then maybe you're good. If you're a third there, then you might want to increase the pace. You might want to reach out to your mentor or your business advisor and say, hey, I need some additional marketing skills. So you want to have a specific goal, not just something general. And you want to have something that's measurable. How do you know? Like I said, are you going to say, I want to have 10 more customers, or I want to make 10 more $1,000? How will you determine your progress, or how would you determine if there is a delay? Anytime you are an entrepreneur, there will always be a time in your industry where you're going to make more money or less money. I usually refer to that as feast or famine. So let's just use the example of a coffee shop owner. A coffee shop owner is going to sell less coffee in the summertime than they do any other time of the year. So you want to come up with a plan on how you're going to make up for the gap of that revenue. So when you're in your feast time, you save for the famine. So you don't spend all of the revenue that you make, you save it to help cover the cost of your summer drop. But they will also sell iced coffee to make up the revenue. It's not going to be equal, but it's going to help. So on your calendar, you need to know what months, according to your industry, are you going to make less money? And that will help you know how much you need to save to cover. How long is that gap? So for a coffee shop, it's going to be 2 to 3 months. For someone else, maybe an event planner, it might be 4 or 5 months. So you need to have a calendar so that you know when are the times when people are going to use your services or product less, and how can you make up that increase? If you're doing a lawn service, your business is going to go down in the summertime, but you may want to add in hanging up lights, Christmas lights, and taking them down for people. It's probably not going to make as much money as lawn care, but it will help fill in the gaps. And then you will have saved the money that you made over the summertime to cover that time. So that's one of the uses of your calendar. You want your goals to be achievable, you want them to be relevant, and you want them to be time bound. So how much time am I going to need? Maybe this is the time if your business has a low point, maybe this is the best time for you to go on vacation. Maybe this is the best time for you to strategize and build your calendar for the next 12 months. So you want to have a SMART goal, and you want to create a strategic calendar breaking down annual goals into quarterly and monthly objectives. Emphasize the importance of time blocks for focus and prioritizing tasks based on their importance and urgency. So you want to know when is the most important time for you, like I said, to go on vacation. You might not want to go on vacation if this is your feast, so to speak, time. You might not want to be onboarding new staff during a time when you have a contract that's very important, a big contract. You might want to onboard your staff when you're doing a smaller contract so that they could be proficient when you need all hands on deck. So there are different types of calendars. Use both a physical calendar, or you can use a digital calendar like your Google, your Outlook schedule, not just for meetings. You want to put all of your important meetings on your calendar. I know as a business advisor, when I schedule my meetings with our clients, I always encourage them to accept the meeting. That way the meeting will automatically attach itself to your calendar, and then you'll have a reminder. So you want to have deep work blocks, you want to have break times, you want to have personal times, and you want to maintain balance. I encourage my clients, because we have so many responsibilities. A lot of people that are starting off in their business, they're also working full time. You're either taking care of children or parents or both. You have other responsibilities in your communities and your churches. And so you might want to start a business, but you find it hard to find the time to work on your business. I encourage my clients to put your working time on your business on your calendar. If you know that no one has soccer, no one has band practice, that you have an open 3 or 4 hours every Thursday night, or maybe a few hours on a Saturday morning or a Sunday, literally put that time on your calendar, working on my business. Because how many times have you binged watched TV on a Saturday night for 3 to 4 hours and woke up the next day and said, I could have been working on my business? You have to put it on your calendar and make it a priority. And what I usually do is I will put a reminder for an hour before, because if you get the 10-minute reminder and you're in the middle of doing something, by the time you clean up the flour because you're baking bread or whatever you're doing, you're telling your children, okay, it's time for you guys to get ready for bed. You have cut into your time. So if I give myself an hour reminder and I happen to be out in Pittsburgh Plaza at the shopping mall shopping, that gives me enough time to wrap this up, get home, and keep this appointment. You want to be able to make it a priority, because even though in some instances it may be a slow roll, you're still rolling. You're still making progress towards starting your business. So put it on your calendar. And as an entrepreneur myself, because my days are always jam packed and my schedule is always jam packed, I have gotten into the habit during 2024 that once every 6 weeks, I take a personal day, I take a vacation day, and I work on my business. So that's something that you might want to keep in mind. That's the day that you don't tell anyone that you're taking off from work, because as soon as you tell someone at the house that you are off that day, they're going to have a bunch of assignments for you to do that's going to fill up your day. So you just take a personal day and you still get up at your normal work time and you work on your business. You take your lunch break and you continue to work on your business. And prior to that day or prior to the time on your calendar, maybe at the end of a block, you write a to-do list of what the next tasks are going to be, so that you can maximize the time and not try to figure out what you're doing. You have a list of who am I going to email, what product am I going to create, what product am I going to research so that I can enhance it, how do my labels need to be, is my Google space looking the way I want it to? So if someone Googles me, do I like the presentation? You want to research your website, look at your website, use uh, use a laptop or someone else's phone so that you could see what your website looks like from someone else's product. This is the time that you want to be able to do that. You want to research, you want to create, you want to expand, you want to do whatever, you want to get all of your packages together so that you could drop it off at the post office. You have it by the door so that on Saturday morning or whatever day you are doing your deliveries, your packages are all ready. Check to see, do you need additional labels? Do you need additional business cards? If you are vending, you want to take the time to set up your table completely so that you can look at it, even though it's in your house, to see what do you need to add. You don't want to get to the vending space and realize that you forgot something. You didn't have enough of anything because you didn't set it up. If when you pack up at the end of a vending event, you know what you need, but you're so mentally exhausted, you just put your things away and you don't think about it until the next time. So you want to pull that out early and not wait until the last minute. So have a calendar for when your business, when you're going to work on your business. Create a calendar for 12 months of what you want to accomplish every quarter. So we talked about that. What are my goals? How do I want to increase? Do I want to go to a conference? Do I want to produce a conference? When do you want to do that? So you want to put all of those things on your calendar. So as you're making money, you're putting money in your savings account to save for your expenses to go to this conference. You're asking for your time off of work. You're just preparing for everything that you need to do. If you're creating a conference or you're creating a product and it's going to be debuted at a certain time, you want to have that done in an advanced amount of time so that you have booked the hotel, you have advertised it, you have created the workshop or presentation that you're doing, and now you're ready for the day. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're rushing. If you have a restaurant and you want to have theme-based days for your restaurant, you want to know what that is in advance. So research a calendar that has the holidays and acknowledgments of your industry so that your promotions can have a theme. You may want to know, if you have a restaurant, when is chocolate chip day? When is National Strawberry Day or Cheesecake Day? Or what is National Donut Day? And those are the times that you want to have a promotion for your business that coincides with the acknowledgments or those holidays, Veterans Days, Christmas days, sweetest days, whatever your industry, you want to be able to have that coincide. So if you are in the birthing industry, you want to know when infertility awareness is, you want to know when is lactation awareness, all of the things that are in your industry. If you're doing lawn care, you want to know when is National Rose Day, and that's when you're promoting. If I could plant some roses for you, install some roses for you, you get it at a discount because it's National Rose Week or whatever. Even if it's a National Rose Day, because of your business promotion, you may want to expand it to that week or something like that, a 2-week period. But you want to have that on your calendar so that you know how to promote it in advance. We know and we complain about how in the stores, as soon as Christmas is over or before Christmas is over, they already have the Valentine's Day things out. So they purchased those things probably in November or December. They didn't wait until February to start purchasing everything, and then it got delivered on the 13th and they started selling it on the 14th. And the people that sold it to them were probably creating those things in July or August because they have a calendar that coincides so that you could produce a product that you're promoting to your client in a timely fashion. And this is how we want to run our business. We want to have a calendar so that everything coincides. We're not doing anything rushed. We're not doing anything last minute, which could leave us with inventory, because if you're just putting your Valentine's Day things out on the 10th and people are going to buy it until the 14th, maybe the 15th, after that, you're going to have to put everything on sale. And you more than likely probably still won't even sell it. And so, and what if your product doesn't last 12 months or there's something new out that is no longer relevant? So you want to keep that in mind as well. Are there any questions? Okay, so you want to be flexible. The markets and business environments change, and as entrepreneurs, we need to stay agile. We need to make adjustments to timelines and goals in real times. It can help businesses stay on track, adapt to a new competitor or market trend or a new governmental policy or procedure. So you want to be flexible if you have this calendar. You want to know that additional things may come up. You don't want to be rigid and say, well, I already have a certain amount of conferences that I'm going to attend or produce. If there's a new hot topic that's out, you might want to add a new workshop that you're able to present. If you're selling t-shirts and there's a new phrase out, if there's a new exciting slogan or slang or anything like that, you might want to be flexible to say, hey, I'm going to continue to sell the t-shirts that I have, but I think this will be a new money maker because I hear people are saying this phrase all the time is a hot topic. So you want to be able to put that out there as well. And you want to be able to know and stay on top of with the new governmental policies and procedures. Are you allowed to do this? Or maybe it was something that you were not allowed to do before that you are allowed to do now. So you have to be flexible in whatever the climate is. So the first thing that comes to mind is when we're talking about the Super Bowl. Both teams make paraphernalia, t-shirts and sweatshirts saying that they won the Super Bowl. Is going to say 2025. One of these teams are prepared to lose money. But they produce this product in preparation to make money because there's a 50-50 chance. And the money that they're able to make is so profitable that it's worth taking the chance. And they know for the ones that will lose the money, it's tax deductible. So this is what I mean by you want to be flexible. You want to be prepared. They can't say, well, we don't want to make the t-shirt saying that we won the Super Bowl until we've actually won. So the next day you guys could start making the t-shirts and then we're going to put them in the stores. No, people want to buy those t-shirts and sweatshirts the next day. So they have to research and prepare and create everything, even though they know it's a chance that they may lose money on this. But the amount of money that they're going to make is so great that it's worth it for them to take that, to make that money. So you have to look at your industry, continuously research to see what are some of the things that could be a threat and how am I going to combat that threat, but I'm going to continue to move on with my business. There may be new deadlines. There was so much back and forth in 2024 with the BOI, and it's not in my mind right now what the BOI stands for, but it was basically if you had an LLC, there was a deadline that you had to file a certain piece of paper, and or you would be fined $500 a day, up to $10,000. So as an entrepreneur, you had to keep up with that requirement. Then it was off again, then it was on again. So you want to be flexible. So you may have had to make an appointment with your accountant or your attorney, then cancel the appointment, then make the appointment again. But you want to always stay on top of governmental policies and procedures and to be flexible with your goals. I hope that makes sense to you guys. After you create your calendar and you write down what you want to do and how you want to do it, you want to put yourself in a position and take the time to track your progress. This is the purpose of having the calendar and having the timelines, because you want to be able to track your progress. It's crucial. You want to be able to check on your revenue. Is this new system that I implemented helping me to make money? You want to be able to check your website traffic. Because of the content that I'm creating, because of the new promotion, the new scent, the new whatever it is, am I getting more foot traffic to my website? They say that for every 1,000 followers that you have, it should result into at least one customer. So you want to know how to increase your following, and you want to know if this is increasing traffic to my website. You want to check your bank account statements to see, am I making more money, which is the bottom line. And as entrepreneurs, when you have a business bank account, you are required to check your business bank account every 24 hours. So you might want to put that on your calendar. You might want to put that on your alarm. When are you going to check your account? 5 o'clock in the morning, in the evening, in the middle of the day? Is that something that you're going to do? Is that something that you're going to assign someone else to do? Because as a business bank account holder, if there's any fraud on your account, you have 24 hours to report it. If you don't report it within 24 hours, then you are accountable for that. So you can't check your account weekly or monthly or quarterly or randomly or not at all. You have to check your account every single day to make sure there's no fraud on your account. You can use graphs, you can use reports through Google Analytics, you can use financial spreadsheets or apps. In the REOC building, which is where SBDC, we have our offices. In the REOC building on the second floor, they have an Attain Lab, ATTAIN. They offer free classes where you can learn QuickBooks or how to keep up with your finances, your bookkeeping. You can either go into the school and take these classes, or you can do them online. But I encourage you to get this skill so that you'll be able to stay on top of your finances. Some people want to pay a bookkeeper or a payroll to do these things. If you're starting off on your business, you might not be financially able. So you might need to get the skills until you're financially able to pay someone. And as an entrepreneur, even when you start paying someone, you still want to be able to manage your books so that you could double check what the bookkeeper is doing. Too many people get their money stolen by bookkeepers that know that you don't understand what they're doing, and they're able to take your money without you knowing. So these are some of the skills that you want to hone in on. Find out what resources are available out there. What classes can you take? You can go to a college and take a class. You don't have to take you could just pay for the one class. You don't have to pay for the whole semester and learn how to bookkeep. You could take a free class. You could go on YouTube and look up some information, and that's something that you put on your calendar. How to manage my books. I'm going to just learn how to manage my books. So many times we know how to work in the business, but we don't know how to work on our business. We know how to do the hair. We know how to cook the food. Do we know how to do payroll? Do we know how to manage our inventory? Do we know how to manage our employees? So you need to always have all of those skills. There's always something to learn. And even in your industry, you want to be able to learn the newest trends for your industry. What are the newest things that people are doing to be competitive in your industry? So check milestones to reevaluate your budget, adjust your strategies, keep an eye on the industry trends. What are the consumer behaviors? How are people shopping? What are their motivations? We can always do a research network request for you so that you could see what are the consumer behaviors, who's making the decision and making the purchases. You'll be surprised. We know that when it comes to buying cereal or toys, even though the parents have the money, the children make the decisions. So you have to learn, who are you marketing towards? Who's your target market? And you want to have competitors. You want to know who your competitor strategies are, what they're using, what are the laws. As we see, the laws and policies are changing every single day. So you want to take the time to find out what the laws are and how are they applicable to us. And then you want to document what's working and what's not working. So you don't want to just have it in your mind, this is what I'm going to do, and you're just so focused on that strategy that if it's not working, you don't know how to pivot. So you can have in your mind, I'm a beautician and my niche is going to be cutting hair. I'm going to be known for being the best hair cutter in the city. I'm going to take all of the classes on learning how to cut hair because this is going to be my money maker. But you are a good hair cutter, but most of your referrals and your repeat customers come back because they love the way you color their hair. So you can't just be so focused on, this is my niche. You have to maybe let your customers tell you what your niche is and then be able to pivot. So be able to do market research on how to market being a good hair colorist and how to learn how to be a better hair colorist, because this is the thing that I'm known for. So you could be a baker and you love your chocolate chip cookies, and everyone else could tell you your chocolate chip cookies are good, but your raisin oatmeal cookies are to die for. These are the best things ever. You can't be pushing your chocolate chip cookies down someone's throat. You have to know, okay, let me pivot and let me do a promotion on oatmeal raisin cookies and let me talk about all of the good things and the different things we can do with this. And so this is what you want to be able to take the time to do on your business. You can't spend so much time baking that you're not putting on your calendar, making the time to do the research on, there's a new cookie that other people are out here making, and the strawberry chocolate crunch. People are making those cookies now. You're so stuck on what you're doing that you haven't taken the time to research how to master that, and you're missing out on that money. So keep all of these things in mind when you're making your schedule. What do you need to research? What are you looking into? And how are you going to be able to increase your revenue with your business? So do we have any questions?
No questions in the chat yet.
Okay. So once again, if you are interested in business advisement with the Small Business Development Center, our website is sbdcbrockport.org. We are located downtown, 161 Chestnut Street on the 5th floor in the REOC building. We're affiliated with Brockport. We're New York State ran. And you can come and we will meet with you once a month to help you build your business.
Okay, one question popped up. Do you help with service promotions?
We can help you come up with a marketing strategy. We can have a research network request put in to see what are the best strategies as far as your business growing. Yes.
got a few thank yous in the chat.
Mhm.
Is there a cost for your service?
No, our services are completely free. We're New York State ran, so your tax dollars are already paying for everything.
Can you repeat your website?
It is sbdcbrockport.org.
Hey, user Lily, you are sending me direct messages if you're trying to ask Chloe for information. Says thank you, and customized buttons, and I want to sell them to other companies so they can make a profit. I sell for $3 and they can resell for whatever price they want. Lily, if you want more information, I recommend contacting the SBDC directly so they
Yes.
could customize and talk about your business specifically.
Yeah, we can help you come up with a price valuation so that you can know how much, based upon how much you purchase and the time it took you to create, and what do you want to sell in order to make a profit and keep your price competitive with your competitors.
Says will do. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, that looks like it's the last question. So I want to thank Chloe for coming and presenting for us today. And thank you all for attending. You'll be getting a link to a recording of this once we have it uploaded to YouTube. And Chloe, will you be sending me the slides for me to send?
Yes, I could do that.
Okay, perfect. And you will also send a copy of the slides to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for coming. And thank you again, Chloe. And I hope you all have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.